Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving back into the post-apocalyptic world of James Dastner with a look at the Maze Cutter Trilogy. This trilogy, which is an exciting sequel to the Maze Runner series, takes place a full 73 years later after the events of the Death Cure. Think about that. Over 7 decades have passed. The original immune survivors like Thomas and his friends found sanctuary on an island to ride out the flare. Now the new generation and their descendants have thrived in a blissful ignorance, learning about the unkind history of the Gladers through tales from Old Man Frypan, one of the few original survivors left, and a copy of the Book of Newt. But that safe, isolated bubble is about to burst, and we get to see what the mainland has become. A land of evolving cranks and new warring factions like the Godhead and the Remnant Nation, all within their own agendas for the Islanders. I finally finished all of the books, and I'm ready to talk to you guys about my opinions and what I think. So this is going to be a ranking video from worst to best. I hope you enjoy. Kicking off my list as the best book in the trilogy, we have to go with the first one, The Maze Cutter. This book is the great re-entry point into this world. It begins on the island where descendants like Isaac, Sedina, Jackie, and Minho are living in peace. Everything changes when a rusty ship, the Maze Cutter, arrives, carrying a woman with dire news from the mainland and a belief that the islanders' bloodlines holds a new cure for the evolved flare virus. The islanders are forced to leave their home and embark on a dangerous journey back to civilization. We are introduced to new threats, including the cult like Godhead in Alaska and the opposing Remnant Nation. My only complaint about this book was how confusing it was. I remember starting this and just being really unable to follow the whole storyline. Also, some of the language in here is very cheesy and the writing is a little bit sloppy. I can also see how James Dastner kind of plagiarized the story, The Lord of the Flies. But yeah, it's still a great book, and there's nothing I could really say that's bad. Number 2 on my list, we gotta go with the Godhead Complex. This cover is just so beautiful, and I love it so much. In this one, all of the characters are forced to split up as they navigate the treacherous mainland wilderness on their way to Alaska, where they hope to find the Godhead. Sedina believes the Godhead holds the key to the cure, and after, finding some revelations in the Book of Newt, they think that if they find the Godhead, maybe they will get some answers and learn some new information. The reason why I rank it number 2 is because this book earns its spot by escalating the action and further developing the moral complexity. We get deeper into the politics and dark secrets of the Godhead, and Minho's internal struggle with his past is a highlight. While the pace slowed down at times as the groups traveled, the major revelations about the cure and the rising tension kept me invested, leading into an explosive climax. I loved the scenes about Alexandra, the head of this cult. She was a very interesting character, and James Dastner really crafted her well. She is an excellent villain. Again, though, not much happened, and it was more of a setup book for book 3. And finally, at number 3, we got the Infinit Glade. This book was just released on September 9th, and I'm really disappointed to say that it is my least favorite. I really thought that, it would be more epic, especially considering it's the grand finale of the whole Maze Runner universe. I feel like it was really short for what it could have been. 270 pages is not that long. There was hardly any war scenes. The battle was way too short. And even though we learned some new information, the secrets weren't very that much monumental. The part that I found to my liking was Minho and Alexandra and their kind of dynamic. It was a huge conflict that I didn't see coming. The only cool aspect is that we get to go back into the maze. Yes, the original maze from the Maze Runner series. So reading that kind of felt nostalgic. As for the ending, The ending was perfect. James Dashner was able to kind of leave some room open for more story and let us think about how it ends. The only thing is that it felt like there could have been a book 4 or possibly a book 5. Like, it wasn't like Harry Potter book 7 or Percy Jackson book 5, where you kind of had this feeling that there was going to be no more books. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on another video. Peace out.